The following events are fictional, since Rule 500.6 states all conversations, discussions, sentences, or anything that goes on in a judicial proceeding may only be discussed in JC, unless the person being sentenced opens dialogue outside the proceeding. No hawks were harmed during the making of this film.
Come on, guys.
Welcome to JC. This is where we process the write-ups and deal with them. So I'm going to talk about juror conduct. So while you're in JC, please don't be eating. You could eat while people aren't here dealing with their case, but you could have a snack. Don't be doing other homework. Just be respectful in general. Don't go on your cell phone. If you feel like you're biased against the person who has been written up, just excuse yourself for that case and go outside. And if you're biased, it means that you either don't like that person, or you love them, or they're siblings with you or something.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start off. Can you guys all write your name down on this piece of paper so that I can log your hours?
Let's see.
Can somebody call in the hawk from the tree in the territory?
I got this.
I'm gonna leave because I have a bias in this case.
Okay, thanks for being honest.
Thank you. Hello, Hawk. Can you read Rule 500.4 for me?
Thank you.
In English this time, can you read it out loud?
No one may lie in any judicial proceeding.
Do you agree to abide by this? English, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do you remember being written up by Andrea Jasso during lunch in the concrete courtyard on Thursday?
No.
Okay, well, she said that she was reading a book for Molly's class, and out of nowhere, you started roughhousing with other kids, and they were making a lot of noise, and you were disrupting her learning. In your own words, can you tell me what happened?
I was being bullied.
You're being bullied?
Yes, sir.
You were written up for Rules 200.2. Can somebody read that for me?
200.2 reads that no one may knowingly disrupt another person's learning activities in the school. No one may disrupt a seminar given by a facilitator, learner, or guest speaker.
You were also written up for Rule 100.15. Can somebody else read that for me?
Roughhousing is not permitted in any school at any school event, regardless of the location.
After hearing that, do you want to elaborate on anything else?
Other kids were roughhousing. I tried to stop it.
You tried to stop the roughhousing from happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to ask you to either sign guilty, no contest, or not guilty for both of these rules separately, so there's a line dividing.
Do you understand what no contest is?
No.
Right. Well, no contest is when you're not pleading guilty nor not guilty. You're just going to accept the consequence that we serve you. So you're going to get a consequence if you contest to no contest.
Okay.
You're not contesting the charges.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Can you sign here, please?
Mr. Hawk, could you please step outside for a moment? We'll call you back in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So it seems as if the hawk signed not guilty for both of them. So do you guys have enough information to give a verdict whether he's guilty or not?
Well, I believe that the two testimonies have contradicted each other so much that we just need to hear a third opinion. I think that would solve everything, so I think we should call in another witness.
All right, well, it says here that a witness is Patricia. So does somebody want to go find her and see what's up with that?
Okay.
Yeah, Tay wants to.
Thank you, Tay. Hi, Patricia, can you read Rule 500.4 for me?
No one may lie in any judicial proceeding.
Do you agree to abide by this?
Yes.
Perfect. Do you remember seeing how the hawk was acting during the lunch on the concrete courtyard on Thursday?
Yeah, I do remember seeing the hawk then.
Well, apparently, Andrea thought that he was roughhousing with other kids. Did you see that happening?
Well, I know he was going after a mouse. And I think that maybe the other kids kind of were in between the mouse. And so he was kind of rough, pushing him away, trying to get to the mouse.
So he was roughhousing?
Well, he should have been watching where he was, maybe. And so, from where I stood, he physically interacted with him in a rough way. Now, if that's what you guys call roughhousing. He was trying to get to a mouse, though. I think he was hungry.
Okay. Thank you. I think we have enough information. You can leave now.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we've heard Patricia's testimony and the Hawk's testimony, and they differ. So what do you guys think as of right now?
Given the way that Patricia claims the hawk interacted with the other ACLC learners, I have no choice but to conclude that he must have been roughhousing, and therefore deserves a consequence for his actions. And so, I think an hour of cleaning the center will suffice.
Who thinks that the hawk is not guilty?
Ida, why?
Because, he was hungry. He just needed a snack.
Okay.
So after hearing all of these different points of view and opinions, we're gonna take a vote on whether you guys think he's innocent or guilty. So all of those who think he is guilty of Rule 200.2, please raise your hands. Okay, and those who think he's not guilty of Rule 200.2?
The hawk has been found not guilty of Rule 200.2.
Now moving on to Rule 100.15. Raise your hand if you think he's guilty. Okay, and raise your hand if you think he's not guilty. Okay, so he's found guilty for that one also.
Okay. So now that we've found that the Hawk is guilty, we have to find a consequence for him. So if you flip to the back of the book, there are different consequence levels for what he did.
So knowing that this is the first time he's been written up, you guys should look at the chart to decide what his consequence might be. Raise your hands for ideas.
Rebecca?
Cleaning something.
I would say that his offense isn't actually that related to making the campus more dirty, and that instead he was kind of creating a bad feeling around the campus, promoting violence. So I believe that instead the hawk should be forced to make a poster talking about what a nice world this could be if people were just more nice to each other.
Well, I think that since it's his first offense, a warning should suffice.
Okay.
Generally, just like varying severity, first offenses are just warnings.
So as of right now, we're gonna vote whether his consequence should be a poster, cleaning, or a warning. So everybody that wants a warning,
What? Oh.
everybody that wants the hawk to clean, everybody that wants the hawk to do a poster. All right.
Poster it is.
Can somebody call in the hawk? We listened to another person's testimony because your testimony differed a lot from the person that wrote you up. So what we decided after hearing a witness testimony was that you were guilty because someone saw you roughhousing and apparently you were chasing a mouse, but that's still not an excuse to roughhouse. And if you're hungry and you want to get food, then you should just calmly tell them to move. It's not okay to roughhouse with other kids. Just keep in mind that you should just tell them to calmly move if you want something to eat. Also, you were given a consequence to make a poster. You have until next week to make the poster. It's supposed to be about not roughhousing. So, yeah.
On the poster, you should include the rule and just like don't roughhouse anywhere. for
Also,
any reason.
put it in the JC box by next week. If you don't, you're going to end up getting detention, and I'm sure the hawk doesn't want detention. So,
I'm gonna sort for you.
Thank you.